breaking news coverage from Tulsa's Channel 8.
The danger no more. The 8-day manhunt for a wanted fugitive is over this morning after a deadly shootout. How your tips came in hand to tracking down Michael Vance.
And another law enforcement officer recovering this morning from that shootout, the moments that led to that violent confrontation.
But first, good morning, Oklahoma. It is Monday. I'm Erin, Christy.
I'm Keith Taylor. I want to get back to that investigation of Michael Vance. First, though, fog this morning on a commute could really make a difference on your drive into work or school. Molly?
That's certainly right. Good morning, Keith. Good morning, Erin. It's going to be a little bit of creepy fog to start off our Halloween morning. It's very fitting that we do have the fog out there, but you definitely have to be careful as you head out the door. We had dealing with fog last week. This week is going to be much of the same. Quarter of a mile right now in Tulsa, Okmulgee at a quarter of a mile. We've seen some improvements in Okmulgee here over the past hour or so. Right now, 3 miles in Bartlesville. Dense fog advisory out until 10 o'clock. This morning, we're watching temperatures right now in the upper 50s, and that's likely where we'll stay thanks to this fog this morning. You can see behind there the BA cam. Can barely see the cars out on the road this morning. So let's get you a check of your traffic here across the metro. You can see those darker grays. That's where we're seeing the denser fog right now. All of those triangles that you see on 169 and the BA, that's where dense fog is being reported this morning. So definitely give yourself some extra time.
Following breaking news happening right now out of Tulsa, taking a live look. A man is apparently barricaded inside of his home. This is near 15th and Fulton. Police believe that he might be armed. A couple of streets are closed down in that area. It's just a precaution. We do have a crew there live. We're working to get more information in this case. Also breaking this week, a week-long manhunt for a murder suspect now over. Yeah,
Michael Vance dead following a shootout in Dewey County. Right now, we know that the Dewey County Sheriff is recovering after being hit during the gunfire.
Oklahoma Highway Patrol releasing new information every few hours. Right now, Channel 8's Lauren Partain is live with the latest. Lauren?
We just spoke to troopers about 2 hours ago and are continuing to get more information on what happened leading up to the shootout. Right now, we're told Michael Vance had likely been spotted earlier in the day, but then drove away from his hiding spot. You can see where that was here. That's why troopers, Ellis County and Dewey County deputies, as well as members of the FBI and U.S. Marshal Service, started searching for him. Now, around 9:30 last night, the Dewey County Sheriff tried to pull him over. Vance and him started shooting at each other. The sheriff was hit. Vance escaped again, but deputies continued to chase him. 45 minutes later, a second shootout happened between Vance and an OHP trooper. That trooper shot and killed Vance. Now, Vance was wanted on multiple murder charges, including 2 counts of first-degree murder. Police say he killed 2 family members and shot 2 police officers a week ago. Those officers are expected to be okay. Now, this case has changed dramatically in the past week. We're continuing to get updates, and we'll bring you the latest coming up in about 30 minutes. Reporting live, Lauren Partain, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Also following breaking news in the war on terror this morning, Iraqi special forces just 2 miles away from the Islamic State-held city of Mosul. Troopers are inching their way closer. They are under fire. The operation to retake Mosul started 2 weeks ago. They say it could still take several months.
Today, Amber Hilberling is set to be laid to rest after a funeral service downtown.
She was found dead in her prison cell last week of an apparent suicide. Today, her family says they're in mourning, but today's a celebration of her life. Services at First United Methodist Church at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Family says everyone's welcome to show support and come together to grieve in her death.
This morning, Muskogee police looking for the person who opened fire on college students during a homecoming celebration. It happened about 1 a.m. Sunday at the event center leased by Bacone College for their yearly event. According to the owner, they believe someone was turned away from the event, then came back later with a gun. About 400 students were inside that night. Bacone College officials say 1 student was shot and is now recovering.
It is now up to the medical examiner to identify a body pulled out of the Arkansas River. Right now, authorities aren't sure whether it's a man or a woman. A fisherman noticed a foul smell under the I-44 bridge yesterday, saw some remains caught between rebar and cement. The medical examiner will also determine how and when the person died. Right now, a young woman wanted for murder is in the Tulsa jail this morning.
This after police say that she hid from them in a bed frame. Police found 25-year-old Rima Cannon inside a motel room near Admiral and Memorial when they served a search warrant for someone else over the weekend. They say Cannon had meth and marijuana on her at the time. She's wanted for murder in Rogers County. There's also a warrant for her arrest in Creek County. Police arrested 2 other people along with Cannon. A man is in critical condition this morning from gunshot wounds, but the shooter may not face charges. Tulsa police say the man was at a home in North Hartford when there was an argument early Sunday and he was told to leave. Investigators say that he later called the house, warning them he was coming back to shoot the place up. When he showed up, the homeowner was waiting with a shotgun and fired a number of times. Witnesses say the victim was armed and angry when he came back. Now up to the DA to decide if that homeowner will face any charges. Donald Trump is gaining support in Oklahoma by appointing one representative to lead his Native American coalition. Trump announced Representative Markwayne Mullin will be the chairman of that coalition. His campaign said one other Cherokee Oklahoman will serve with Mullin as co-chair. So far, the coalition has named 27 members. Today, Hillary Clinton back on the campaign trail trying to shake off the latest email bombshell.
This weekend, she took on her opponent, Donald Trump, and FBI Director James Comey. Comey sent a letter to lawmakers Friday saying these newly discovered emails from the laptop of former Congressman Anthony Weiner should be looked at to figure out if they contain classified information relevant to the Clinton email probe. Clinton calls the timing of it fishy.
It's pretty strange to put something like that out with such little information right before an election.
And Justice Department officials had advised against alerting Congress, citing department tradition of not talking about ongoing investigations and not doing anything that would be seen as influencing an election in its final days. 8 days away from Election Day, Channel 8, your place to be for complete coverage. Download our mobile app if you're away from your TV screen and you want up-to-date results for local and national races. It's free on your app store for Apple and Android smartphones.
Now, from the Oklahoma Ford Storm Center, your first warning forecast.
Good Monday morning. Happy Halloween. This will get you in Halloween mood this morning, dealing with dense fog across most of Green Country. We have the dense fog advisory out until 10 o'clock this morning for most of our area. That does exclude our far southern counties, including McAllister down to the south. That's where the visibilities are a little bit better this morning. But inside town, the Tulsa Metro, it's only about a quarter of a mile right now. So give yourself some extra time. We had those couple days of dense fog last week. Same rules apply. Just take extra slow out on the roads and use those low beams instead of the high beams this morning. 58 Tulsa as you walk out the door, 54 in Okmulgee, 54 to start off the morning in Muskogee. Might need a light jacket in some areas. Certainly not going to need it this afternoon. Going to be back into the upper 80s after a really nice break, some fall-like weather that we had yesterday. 85 in Chakotah. Stigler coming in at 87 this afternoon. Tahlequah 84. Also going to be 84 for Veneta, Chelsea, and Nowata. Also Bartlesville going to be at 84. 86 for Hominy in Cleveland. Inside the Tulsa Metro, should see that fog clear out a little bit after the sun starts to come up this morning. Headed for a very warm afternoon. In fact, near record heat, only 2 degrees shy of that record, taking you hour by hour for the rest of the morning. Here's what we're looking at as far as those temperatures go, all the way up to 85 by the time we get to around 3 or 4 o'clock. Tuesday now, that's when we likely could see a record break. Our record 84, our forecast 85, though some cooler weather coming our way by Wednesday and Thursday as a cold front starts to track through our area. We'll finish out the week in the lower 70s, with the lower 70s continuing for the weekend. 5:07 right now. Let's get a look at our traffic. So far, everything moving very smoothly across the metro. We are dealing with that fog this morning. All of those triangles that you see on our traffic map right now, that's where very dense fog is being reported out on the highways.
5:07 coming up, promising cancer research from right here in the Sooner State. The new method doctors at OU will soon test on patients to help fight tumors that cause cancer.
Plus, the state of real estate these days, the reason buyers and sellers are looking at some pretty good deals. 8 minutes after 5 o'clock, it's 58 degrees.